Lauren, really exciting. First of all, a twilight game for the AFLW at Albion.
Absolutely. First ever twilight game at Albion for W is super exciting, and I think really encourage our people to come down. And obviously the footy game's the main event, and then we've got some fireworks a bit afterwards and a whole player signing session. So the whole team will be out there for our families and our members after the game.
And probably more importantly for you, a chance to beat up on the Swans and get a win.
Last year's game obviously went our way, but a lot's changed since then. So we've, I think both teams have added some talent to their list, and Sydney have done that as well as anyone. So yeah, looking forward to another good contest on the weekend.
This point of the season, I know we're still early, still sort of finding our feet, but what's your assessment on the team, your team?
Yeah, obviously 5 games in now, and 1 and 4, having played 3 of the top 5 probably teams in the comp. We feel last week was undisciplined and not the best of us, which I think everyone would have seen. So we're looking to get back on the right foot again on Saturday.
Where does that stem? Is it just a lack of concentration, or how do you pinpoint and fix those sort of areas?
You definitely ask a lot of questions from, even throughout the game and then post-game and during the week, and then you have to move forward as well. So I think what we do and our focus going into this weekend is actually just go back to what we know we're good at and building confidence in that. And we feel we've actually had quite a lot of confidence in it, since pre-season. So you just got to return to that and make sure that you come into the game focusing on what you do well.
What are those strengths?
Yeah, certainly put a lot of time into offence, and I think we faded a bit in our forward shape last week. And even developing our ability to win contests. We're 15 games into our existence as a team, so the more we develop our ability to win contests, the better we can drive our offence. And I think we just lacked a bit of discipline, as I said, and forward shape last week. And obviously because we've put a lot of time into our offence, we're giving up a bit defensively, but we feel if you get back on the right foot offensively, that's not as big a concern.
Special game for Maddie as well.
Yeah, Maddie Kerrick plays her 50th game, and there's not many, I guess, what you call originals hanging around anymore in the comp as players. So for Maddie to have played the first ever game and to now reach her 50th game at her third club is really, I think, pretty special. And she's certainly added so much to our group on and off field in a short space of time. So yeah, lots for her and her family to be proud of.
How important is she for the other players when you're bringing, and you do it as well, obviously so well, but you're getting people from other club experiences bringing that sort of knowledge to the scene?
Yeah, I think as well, like the type of person Maddie is a real team person, and she always has been. And she's had, I think if you're in the system as long as Maddie's been now, which is from day one, there's a lot of highs and lows. And I think that perspective at this level of sport is really important. And to have someone who's under 30, new to the group, and everyone sees the minute she walks in the door she's a team person, that's more value than you can probably imagine in our environment. So we really value her.
Chloe Malloy is obviously a big in for the Swans this year, who they didn't have last year when we defeated them. How do we take her on, do you think, this week?
Yeah, I think Malloy and McAvoy are certainly big additions to the Swans team, and two that you put some homework into. So the other side of that is we get to play some really exceptional players on Saturday. So our group's looking forward to that.
And our forward line, we had Maddie move up forward last week and kick a goal. We've got Ash back this week. Is that exciting to you to see that we've got some of that strength back in that forward line?
Yeah, no doubt. I think having Indy Tahoe and Ash Sain out in the same week hurt us. That was pretty obvious, I think, for many to see. So to have Ash back, not just in her ability to win 1v1, but certainly set up shape for us ahead of the ball and lead that forward line alongside Gemma it's going to be really helpful for us.
And through the week, we also released our First Nations Guernsey, which we'll be wearing next week and the week after. Just to comment on that and, Gemma's work and Junkea's work around that design. Yeah,
I was fortunate to meet Junkea over lunch a little while ago now, a few months ago, and her and Gemma and the story of that jumper is really special. And I can't wait for everyone to hear that story and for it to be shared even wider than what it already has been, and to celebrate Indigenous round in, I think, next week it starts. So yeah, that's I think when you start building story about who we are as a team within the Port Adelaide Football Club, being able to do that as well as we have, and to have 5 Indigenous players in our playing group this year, which is far more than anyone else in the competition, is something we're really proud of, and I can't wait to celebrate it.